Also, real quick, I want to give a shout out to one of the players here in my group stage because I was amusing myself by checking if anybody in this group had a lower power level than me, since I had the lowest power level out of anybody in my last group, which doesn't mean a whole lot. It just means that I've been kind of hyper focused on getting my PvP units fully maxed and haven't really bothered to get all of my units to Supreme Plus for PvE. But unlike my last group, I did find one player in this group who has a lower power level than me, and she has a lower power level than me for a very interesting reason, and that reason is that she is limiting herself to using only A-level heroes. So, um, specifically, I wanted to kind of shout out the creativity of her Team 3 here, because I really like the Theodore, Lucy, Kazim combo, because Lucy's one of those characters who never really had like a huge chance to shine until, in my opinion at least, Wand Wars. I don't know if you played Wand Wars or if you watched Wand Wars at all, but we all got to see in Wand Wars that Theodore Lucy is actually kind of a brutal combo. Obviously, it's no Theodore Freeran, and it's probably not going to compete against any of the super high level teams. But Lucy is one of those characters like Shakir, like Kepler, who's very useless until she ults. But if she starts the map ulting, then she starts the map by knocking certain units into the air for Kazim, and just kind of getting repeated either stuns or knockups pretty quickly, actually, on other units. So, um, yeah, I just feel like that synergy with the Olmos, that synergy with the heals from the Damien, it's actually probably fairly good, and I don't know how much damage the Kazim actually puts out with all that, but I imagine, in spite of his lack of Paragon, he probably gets or she, I keep misgendering her on accident, but she probably gets a reasonable bit of success, all things considered, considering there's, um, well, considering there's Celestials and Hypogeans and a lot of really powerful units that she doesn't have access to. But um, yeah. In spite of that, I'm gonna test this once I get my Kazim built up. Even though I'm probably just gonna switch my Kazim off with the A rank switch once I find out who's the best A rank in the season. I mean, that's the reason that I'm building him up, at least, because he's the first A rank who was released. So I might as well start building him up, preparing him to switch off if he ends up not being good. But her team 1 is actually kind of interesting too. I like the theme of it. Feels very steampunk to me. Having Sylvan back there behind the Hugin and the magic armor and the turrets is like Sylvan is like the real turret behind all the turrets, and I mean the Shadewing doesn't quite fit the theme of it, but it's just I don't know. I just like the theme of it. And personally, I think that squad would be a lot better with Eevee instead of Shadewing, and kind of moving the Shadewing over here to replace the Sylvina or something. But she's the one using her only A-level hero, so she might have better ideas than me as far as trying to capitalize with what she has as best she can. The team 2, not as interesting to me as the teams 1 and 3. Obviously, she's just counting on the Bonnie and the Sylvina targeting the same unit and hopefully killing them really quickly, which isn't reliable. They don't always target the same unit, and they don't always kill very quickly, even working together. And she doesn't really have enough sustain to capitalize on the Citrana Spark super well, so there's probably a more interesting way to come up with a team using only A ranks, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, just my personal opinion, she probably doesn't have as much success with the team 2 as she does with their teams 1 and 3. But I really like that creativity with the Lucille, or with the Lucy on team 3. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm out of words. That's all I really got to say. I just wanted to give her a shout out for being the only player I've seen who has a lower power level than me. And I hope that she makes it to the Swiss stage. I mean, actually, I hope that I just run into her in this stage, because I kind of want to see what she tries to make into 5 teams using only A ranks. I feel like that's just a really intriguing, creative thought process to me to try to build 5 teams out of only A ranks in this game. So fingers crossed I run into her and see that. Odds are pretty low, 15 out of 80. You know, but yeah, like I said, I'm out of words. So shoutouts to her for the intriguing gimmick and encouraging my creativity. Thank you for encouraging my creativity.